Hi, CBCers. My name is Kathy Stayton,
And I'm Bill Stayton.
and we were members of Central Baptist from 1971 to 2008. Very active members. We were asked to talk about a particular person and that person's impact on our present day at Central Baptist. Her name is Louise Rose, and she is an African-American woman, terrific musician, jazz singer, jazz pianist, trained in classical piano. She was a high-energy person, and we loved her.
Actually, she came to Central Baptist about the same time we did. And the thing that really made a huge impact on me was, one, her being an African-American woman, being on the pastoral staff or the ministerial staff at Central Baptist, and introducing us to an entirely different type of worship than we had ever experienced. Coming from New England, we were used to a very kind of formal, liturgical style Baptist church, and we were introduced to one of the most exciting, energizing, unpredictable forms of worship that we had ever experienced. And it just made my whole idea of wanting to be a pastor again really renewed, because I found such creative music, such creative ways to do it. I think that Louise was a real drawing card for us in coming to Central Baptist.
What made her very unique was her authenticity. In 1971, she said, yes, I'd be very happy to be on the staff, music staff, but you have to know I'm a lesbian, and if that bothers anybody, you have to let me know.
Besides, I'm dating the first grade teacher, which was really just a total kind of great implosion into introducing diversity, I think, into the church community. One of the things that really kind of also excited me about Louise is that she was discovered actually by Dan and Jan Carney at a restaurant bar in Manayunk, where she played on the weekends at night. And we would start going on Saturday nights, and half the people there were CBCers, listening to her play her jazz piano. And sometimes she would incorporate hymns into a jazz style, and the next day she would introduce jazz into our liturgical or into our musical program.
That's true. I think she set the stage. She had been at Central Baptist actually before we got there, but she became on the staff in 1971. We loved her. And we could not imagine not having her on the staff. If there were any complaints about her sexual orientation, it didn't come through my ears. It may have gone to the ministers, but I have no idea.
But I think it also opened the door to later, when we became a welcoming and affirming congregation, that it wasn't even hardly questioned.
That's true. In fact, I think in that first year that she was there, it made it very easy when John Preston came to our congregation and taught, and really, as part of the service, said that what it was like to be gay in 1971. So we think she really got things rolling well.
That's it.